A computer science graduate from Berkeley recently submitted 1,000 job applications. Out of those 1,000 attempts, they only heard back from 2 places. Not 2 interviews, just 2 total responses. This bottleneck is being felt at the highest levels of tech education. At Stanford, the curriculum is pivoting towards the modern software developer. These are the first classes where the focus isn't just on learning to code, but on using AI across the entire development lifecycle. The shift started with a hiring surge in 2021 that quickly turned into a correction. Companies that aggressively expanded realized they could maintain operations with far fewer people, and many reduced their workforce by 20 to 30%. At the same time, the number of computer science graduates has exploded. In the last decade, the supply of new engineers has doubled or even tripled. You now have a massive wave of new talent entering a market that has significantly fewer traditional seats available. In this new environment, employers are changing their math. Instead of hiring 10 traditional coders to fill a gap, they are looking for a smaller number of AI-native engineers, people who can use automation to cover the same output. The traditional path of the solo coder is becoming less competitive. In its place, a different kind of role is emerging, moving away from writing syntax toward a role focused on orchestration. An AI-native engineer focuses on allocating intelligence. Their value isn't typing out lines of code manually, but knowing how to break a complex system into tasks that AI can execute reliably. The common mistake is trying to do too much at once. New users often try to deploy 10 agents simultaneously to build a complex project. This usually fails because the agents lack coordination, leading to conflicting code and broken systems. High-level workflows are built piece by piece. You start with one agent to fix a specific logo, then add a second to update header copy. You only add more agents once you have identified clear lines between their items of work. The core skill here is context switching. You are essentially managing a group of eager interns. You have to monitor the terminal, watch them contribute code, and know when to step in to push a task forward when an agent gets stuck. This orchestration moves the developer up the chain of command. By handling multiple agent workflows, you transition from being a simple digital laborer into a true manager of autonomous systems. To make this work, the code itself has to be agent-friendly. This means the environment is defined by explicit contracts, like automated tests, rather than human intuition. If a system isn't well tested, an agent has no way to verify its contribution. Human ambiguity is a major roadblock for AI. If your README says one thing, but your code says another, the agent is forced to choose an interpretation. Without consistency, the AI will likely choose the wrong path. This leads to compounding errors. If an agent has one misunderstanding in step 1, it will double down on that mistake in step 2. One small design flaw can quickly magnify into a system-wide failure. This is why the human engineer's role is so focused on the foundation. You have to ensure the codebase is airtight, using strict linting and consistent design patterns before you ever let an agent start building features. Even with perfect automation, there is still a gap between software that just functions and software that is incredible. That last mile is where human taste comes in. It's the extra work to make an application robust and solve a problem in a way that feels intentional. The AI native engineer uses automation to handle the repetitive construction, which frees them to spend their time on experimentation, hacking, and refining the product's actual feel. This brings up a paradox. If AI can handle the coding, why is the industry still looking for junior developers? Senior developers can be resistant to these tools because they've spent decades perfecting a specific way of working. They have ingrained habits that make it difficult to trust an agent to write their code for them. Juniors, however, are like sponges. They haven't been scarred by how difficult certain industries are to build in. This gives them a useful kind of naivete, the confidence to use these new tools to tackle complex problems that senior engineers might avoid. This shift is changing how organizations are structured. Business researchers are finding that the most valuable skill in an AI-driven economy is the ability to allocate intelligence, knowing where to use a human and where to use a machine. This leads to a new goal for AI-native organizations, taking the human out of the repetitive loop. The idea is to embed AI so deeply that the systems can collaborate and solve customer problems directly, while the human focuses on designing the logic that governs them. By embracing these multi-agent workflows, Today's junior developers aren't just surviving a difficult job market, they are becoming the most nimble builders in the industry, learning to use these tools to build more complex software than the generations that came before them.